She's the founder of a company that is doing some very revolutionary stuff with regards to emotions and the use of emojis as a way of being able to detect emotions for your marketing, right? So how you can kind of feel the room virtually, I guess, if you will, by using emojis and other things. And this is various, using a lot of very psychological, psychometric type of stuff. Then the next one after that, in October, we're very excited about this one, is Zachariah Stratford, and I think there's one other guy here. So I found out about Zachariah through Sharon, and then there's one other guy I think who's Zachariah. That's the one October 4th, and he's going to talk about how to write a book with AI. It's very exciting. I went through one of his challenges, and I'm actually in the process of using AI to really speed up the writing of my second book. And then in November, I forgot the name of the speaker. Evan, okay.
Evan Tarver, GreatRobots.ai.
Okay, and what does Evan do?
We didn't go down that rabbit hole yet.
Okay, but that's going to be in November, the first November of the month. That's going to be November 1st. Okay, perfect. So before I introduce Jamaul, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about the agenda today. Jamaul is going to speak from 7 to 8. Actually going to be speaking more from like 7 to 7:45, 7:50, thereabouts.
Yes.
So there's going to be enough room for question and answers towards the end, but I think the way Jamaul is going to do his talk is going to be very interactive, right? And then we need to get everybody out of here by 8:30 because they close the doors on us, right? So if we're caught here at 8:31, we're locked here, we have to spend the night. Okay. Perfect. So let's talk a little bit about Jamaul. Jamaul is a business automation specialist. He's the CEO of ReplyHawk, which is a small business automation platform. I was telling a couple over here, it's kind of like a MailChimp on steroids, but I think that doesn't do it justice. And he is the area director for the Toastmasters International, so he's a very good speaker. Very happy to have him here for that. The owner of ReplyHawk, a small business marketing CRM. And he spent the last 20 years crafting online systems and processes. Today, he's going to share how you can use AI to automate your business, simplify your life, and close more customers. All right? So let's give the floor to Jamaul Finley. Thank you very much.
One thing that I am is clumsy, so 6'6". All right, that's the question everybody asks. 6'6".
Taking it off the table.
Thank you. All right. So I wanted you to be able to pay attention. Second answer: don't play basketball. Don't play basketball. Not at all. Not at all. It's funny though because that's something that most people assume is that because you're tall, you can play basketball, and somehow that I can defend you or take care of you. I tell you, I scream just as loud if seaweed touches my foot or a shark. Doesn't matter. Same scream, same curl, so just, you'll know it's me. Thank y'all for being here. There's an event going on upstairs, and some of you chose to be down here, so I appreciate that. Thank y'all for showing up. I want to honor your time and just say, thank you all for being here. I know it's important. My name is Jamaul. I do business automation, and like a lot of you, I deal a lot with customers. So I just want to fill the room so that I can tailor this to meet what you need. How many of you are in professional services? You sell a service to a customer or client. The last thing that has to happen before you can get a sale is you have to have a conversation with them. Whether they book a call, you do a sales call or a meeting, about more than half of the room. How many of you sell a product or some type of product-based business?
I don't know if it falls under.
How many of you are not going to raise your hand no matter what I say? There you go. So we got them all. So now you have participated. All right, awesome. All right, so one of the things that I do with every person that I talk with is I gaze the room. I want to find out how much you have in regards to your business. How much do you have set up? I want to help you automate and streamline your customer acquisition, your customer retention, and your customer referrals. And we're going to use AI to do it. I'm not so interested in writing blog posts or books, which is nothing against AI for that. It's great, right? I mean, there's a lot of tools out there for that. But as a small business owner, how do we use AI to get more customers? How does it make my life easier? Like, what does it mean for me? Hey Siri is great, but if it can't build my spreadsheet, then it really doesn't help me out. So on your table, what I've done is I put some postcards there. You can grab some. I want you to do me a favor, and if you have already, write out your sales process from customer acquisition to the time you get a sale. How many steps do you have to go through, do your customers have to go through from the time they know about your business, from either filling in the form, or to the time they actually close a deal with you? Let me give you an example. When someone comes to interact with us, the first thing they do is fill out a form. And then once they fill out a form, they come to us and they take a survey. After that survey, they've booked an appointment. Once they've booked an appointment, we have a meeting. If it's a good fit, they sign a contract, and then they make a payment. Those are all the steps they have to take from being unknown to becoming an actual customer. So I want you to think about that process, because within that process, there are multiple ways that you can automate and nurture and convert more leads and customers, okay? So for me, I just want to do a quick check-in with you. How many people are using AI right now in their business? All right. What are you using it for?
I'm using ChatGPT Plus for doing a lot of brainstorming in terms of outlines for content, helping to edit content.
That's good.
That's
good.
So.
Who else?
I'm using it for blog writing and just asking questions, like some code. I do coding.
Okay.
I'm a web developer, so instead of, if I have a fall on something, I'll just throw it in there and it gives me an answer. Just every little thing, I will ask it how to write something better and then look at it.
So writing.
Writing.
Is anyone using it for anything other than writing?
Video creation and song creation.
Oh, that's really cool. You're putting in prompts to create videos?
Yeah, and also using a different AI tool where I can use my own voice and change it to be whatever the person wants. I'm using Drake and change it easy and a couple different artists.
Don't record this. You don't need my voice. Don't record this.
You know, this is not actual artists, you know?
That's really cool, though. That
They
is.
run it and then they, get the email. I'm writing it down, right? And then eventually they do the sale if they want to hear more about this stuff.
Anybody else?
Holograms and virtual reality.
Outstanding. That's really good stuff. I have nothing on that at all. So I'm just letting you know. So mainly writing, video creating. Anyone using AI to build relationships?
Like chatbots.
Chatbots. Man, you should be sitting front. Man, I love chatbots.
Yeah,
Right? You like them too, right?
That's it.
All right. All right, so I'm just going to get to the meat of this because I think that once we dive into it, the ideas will start to flow. All right? There's three things that we use in our system in ReplyHawk that we use for getting customers. The first one is database reactivation. Who's ever heard that term? Database reactivation. Only one? Right. What is it?
It's where you reactivate your database.
I like that answer. I like that. I forgot, we're talking to a bunch of smart people here, okay? Yeah. All right.
Is that redundancy?
The redundancy. Yeah.
Are you talking about a code interpreter where you go into your own database and picking out pieces that you dropped out, like where you can query your own database?
It's something like that, something like that. Let me put it in simple terms. You have a bunch of people you've done business with who've shown interest in your products or services. Some have purchased, some haven't. Some of them you haven't talked to since they've inquired. What if you could set up an automation that's built off AI that analyzes their interaction with your business, determines the best answer, result, product, solution, or service that you have, engages that person in the conversation, judges their intentions, and if their intent is positive, moves them through your sales cycle so they can continue to book a call, continue to learn more about your products and services. And you could launch that once a quarter by clicking a button, right? What does this require you to have? Everything you already have. Name, email, history. How many of you track interactions with your business? He's like, I do all day, right? How many of you right now are tracking interactions on your website? Using pixels, right? Raise your hand, like, what are you using to track on your website? Pixels?
Yeah, pixels today.
Just pixels, right? Okay. What if you were able to put tracking links on your website? In your menu. and you had a past lead in your database that came to your products and services and clicked on that tracking link, whether it be an email or in your menu, and your system is now keeping track of their log of where they've been. And within 24 hours, they haven't inquired about your products and services or scheduled or booked products and services. And your system is now able to send them a personalized message, engaging them in a conversation. And if they express positive intent, connect them to a live agent or continue to book the call for you. That's something we can do with automations. And all it takes is having a simple tracking link on your website. What's a tracking link? It's just something that you're able to, when they click on it, it adds a predefined field on their record. Support. Products and services with that product. Name, service, price. You have this data already, right? So I think a lot of people, when it comes to AI, we start looking at content creation, blogs, and things like that. I want to know, how can I use the data I already have to create more customers, right? If you could look at your system today and send your customers a text message, how many of you have their phone numbers? Y'all collect phone numbers? You collect phone numbers? So,
question.
Sure, go ahead.
It pertains exactly.
Absolutely.
What you're referring to.
Absolutely.
In regards to exactly, I think what we're on the same page about.
Sure.
Are we talking about data mining?
We're not talking about data mining outside of data that you already have. We're talking about data optimization.
Data optimization, I like that.
I call it TAO, right? Track, analyze, optimize.
Okay.
Track,
In
analyze,
terms of
optimize.
optimization.
Absolutely.
Data optimization.
Yeah.
I like it.
The thing is, people are already clicking on your site. People are already opening your emails. People are already engaging with your content, but you just don't know it. You're using things like pixels and YouTube analytics to find out who's watching your videos and things like that. I want to know if one of my past customers has watched one of my support videos. Why is that important? Because they need help. They need help. But how do I know?
My company eventually if they don't get satisfaction.
Absolutely. Or go to my competitors,
Right.
right? So this is data that you can find out and you can have access to. So another way that we've used tracking on websites is for support. If a customer goes to our support page, doesn't submit a ticket, doesn't reach out and contact us, we will automatically send them a text message. Hey, it's Jamaul from ReplyHawk. We saw you're on the support page. How things are going? How are things? And some people are kind of antsy about that, so we've taken off the support page and just made it more fluid. Hey, it's Jamaul from ReplyHawk. Just checking in with you. How are things going? Everything okay? And if they have a problem, they will come back. You know how many times people are saying, every time I seem to have an issue, you're there. Yeah, I am.
Kind of creepy.
It's kind of creepy, right? Kind of creepy.
Question?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, okay, I'm getting what you're saying here, and then I like it a lot. Okay, it's not data mining, it's data optimization. I get that. That's awesome. I dig that. So do you have any numbers? Does AI also give us statistics on what our return rate is on we can send out 1 million different emails and text message or some such.
Absolutely.
But statistically speaking, is there any statistics in AI that are telling us where we're going, what our results are?
Yep.
What's our ROI?
Yeah.
Return on investment.
So you're using things like ads, email marketing. You're able to look open rates, click-through rates, email conversion rates, return on ad spend, cost per click. That's great numbers, right? That's good.
Does AI do that?
AI can do that, but tools are already out there to do that. I don't need AI for that. I can look at my ad account. I can look at my MailChimp statistics or my ReplyHawk open rates. Here's what I'm more interested in. I'm more interested in AI analyzing the email content of my customers that are sent inside, and then being able to take that data and reply in a way that speaks my voice,
Personality.
and leads my customers to a solution and/or sale. That's what I want to use AI for. So numbers and data is one thing. Remember, AI has the ability to do two things that we need as local business owners, Determine intent, positive or negative. That determines if they want to move forward or not, right? And then respond in a like manner to us. The biggest fear that I have for most business owners that I work with is AI is going to replace me. They're going to take my job. I've never had that concern or fear. Why? Because I understand that we control the information. AI is looking at a repository of data and then producing a result. We control that. So database reactivation is something that you should be doing, everyone should be doing. If you have 1,000 people on your mailing list, you can get 2 to 3 clients in the next 30 days by activating your database. Re-engage people. And don't sound like your voicemail message. Be yourself. We're in Austin, okay? We were just talking about this. One thing I love about Austin is everyone can be themselves. And with COVID, do you know how many times I've had babies and dogs on my Zoom meeting with, 5-figure, and we're like, it's just, if that bothers you, you're not my type of client. And that's okay, right? That's okay. So with the automations, we're communicating in ways that sound like us. For example, right now, if you were to reach out to ReplyHawk, I'm here. I have an automation set right now called missed callback text. I've taken it one step further, and we have a voicemail drop. It's an automation. If you contact me and call me and leave me a voice message, my AI will analyze the voice message content. If it's negative intent, a complaint, or something like that, it'll escalate that to me by text message or email or create a ticket. If it's positive, then it'll just continue to work through and answer whatever question they have. Normally they're simple questions, things like that. If you were to call now, you would get a text message. Hey, I'm not here. Or hey, sorry, we're out of the office. You may get a voicemail drop if you're an existing customer. If you're a high-paying customer, you get a different voicemail and an email, and someone is alerted because I have a priority SLA that I'm providing to you. This is all done because between the hours of 6 and 8, I'm not there, but my automated assistant can take over.
Yeah. So just for context, so is ReplyHawk essentially, is it a platform that basically takes like Hotjar, MailChimp, etc., and gives the automation infrastructure that you can host your business on? But on top of that, you also then have, you're using AI on the platform that you can then tie into CRM to then build up those sequences on the back end. Right, so you basically can host the entire customer engagement lifecycle from tracking to re-engagement on one platform.
From start to finish.
Okay.
And what I like you have a good understanding of that too. And what I like about it is the automations, we're like Zapier, right? We have all those no-plug code type automations, but we also work with, we have open API, we can pull and send data, vice versa. But I mean, Reply, you take a look at it, that's one thing. There's a lot of stuff on there. We'll talk about that some other time. I promise Fernando that my job here will just be to train. I build my business through teaching and trainings, and then from there, that's typically what we do. So one thing I will say, because of nurturing, because of automations, because of relationships, we don't do marketing. We're by invite only, by referral only, and we have one-on-one relationships like this. So when Fernando and I were talking about, what's all this, I build funnels, I don't have one. I don't think you guys need one either at this point, right? I think most people who are attending this training, if you have at least 1,000 people in your database, and if you're not, that's your goal, then you have everything you need to start getting new business right now. But I want to move on to the next section. How many of you have heard of just-in-time promotions? Yeah, I know you've probably heard it, right? You've heard of it? Do you mind explaining a little bit about what that is?
I couldn't explain it, but I have heard of it.
You've heard of it, okay. Again, we're talking about nurturing. We have the lead contact, we have their information. If someone comes to our service page of a product or service that you have, and they don't buy, you can have an automation because we're tracking where they are. That sends them a promotion that's just in time. Hey, you made it here just in time for our promotion. Here's XYZ off of XYZ if you take action within XYZ. And you see this a lot when you go to makeup websites. It's like, hey, 10% off your first visit, things like that. But when you have customers and you have the data, I know that this campaign could apply to a customer who hasn't opened an email in 6 months, who hasn't visited my website in 90 days, who has not contacted support, and who has not opened up any, or who hasn't watched any of our video content or visited my blog. That's my condition. If one of those people come in and do X, Y, Z, I'm sending them a just-in-time promotion so I can get them back into my list, get them back re-engaged. Dentists, chiropractors, car repair, we use this a lot with them. A lot with them, right? Because these people are shopping. We need them to come back in and get that oil change, come in and get that cleaning, come and get that back crack, or whatever it is. So these are just-in-time promotions. They are so effective. And most people have never even thought about implementing them, right? So you've all seen the mobile campaigns and things like that. What if every single person who was listed in your database, who was, we call disengaged, what if you were able to give them a custom promotion? You know what product they purchased. We know when they purchased. We know what service they used. I can tailor my entire page that looks completely different for you than I do for you. Because maybe you're over here for teeth whitening, but you're over here for crowns, right? So when you go to that same page that she went to, yours is gonna say crowns. Your base is gonna say teeth whitening. One link, right? But AI is able to look at her profile, analyze it, and present an offer that's relevant for you, and one's relevant for you. So I don't spend all day making 50 offers, right? If you come to Reply Hawk and you have a question about automations, the next time we interact, if you haven't chosen another interest, all of my follow-ups, all of my emails, which I have one series, I have dynamic content that changes based on the lead's interest.
How do you ensure the accuracy of that?
Because we're using cookies, which is something we have, right? Those get erased all the time. But every single trade secrets, some of you already know this, every device that connects to the internet has a unique identifier. It's not an IP address either. Okay? Every single device that connects to the internet has a unique ID.
Even with a VPN.
Even with a VPN. We're not talking about your IP address. We're talking about the unique machine ID that has to be reported. Any device that can connect to the internet, there's a machine ID that is documented and stored. Has to be. The government knows every single one of these things. Now, there are some things that privacy laws and stretch. We hear about this, oh, we can't find out who this person is, they use their IP. Yeah, we can't, right? They can. And when I say they, I mean people. Like Skynet. So they can, and I'll just stop and say this. There's software now. People can come to your website, never do anything at all, and you can get their name, email, phone number, and address. It's just by them going to your site. Wow.
That's what I want.
He's like,
What software is that?
just look up Lead Scrape, right?
Lead Scrape?
There's Lead Scrape. That's the name, that's the term, not the software name.
Leads
Okay,
great.
it is legal. It is legal. So
Sounds
you're asking.
not.
He's like, it sounds not legal. It is legal to collect the data. It's not legal for you to then communicate,
To act on
to
it.
act on it, right? But what's stopping me from when you show up to my site
Yeah.
and I'm like, hey, Jose, hey, John,
Isn't that
welcome
what
back.
you just said is illegal though, because you're acting on it?
I'm putting it on my website. Communicating. I'm not communicating. That's acting. So I'm not sending you emails. I'm not sending you text
When
messages.
you're on the website.
Like you just come to my site, you don't do
So now I
anything.
say, hey, Jose.
Yeah, so because I know your name.
I thought that was illegal. So that is.
I can use that
Because when
information.
you-
I can't. Here's what I can't do. Let me clarify. I cannot send an outreach to you.
Yeah,
I
but if
can't-
you're on my website, that's
Personalized.
I can customize your experience on my website.
Ah.
I can do that.
Really?
I can't communicate with you. I can't send you an email. I can't send you a desktop notification. I can't
But if your
communicate
website
with you.
says, hey, Jose. What?
Now here's the thing. If you didn't give me your information,
Yeah.
would I be displaying your name?
No.
No, right?
Yeah.
99% of people don't do it for that reason,
Uh,
right? It's red flags.
yes.
I'm not going to do anything that causes doubt in my buying process.
Right.
But what I can do is I can tag. I can track clicks.
Yeah.
I can store that data, and then once you become a customer or a lead and that profile is created, that name and email is there, all of that data from that machine I track is attached to that content. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now I'm able to track people's experiences without even using cookies and things like that. But there's ways for me to track and get that data. So when you come into my world, I'm creating a unique experience for you.
Before you even talk to me, I already know everything about you.
Before we talk to you. Now I have custom variables and data all over my website. Once you opt in, that moment moving forward, it's customized. When you look at workflows and you've given me your business name, I'm going to say, hey John, here's how you can use workflows in XYZ business. Right? So that's because I've personalized it. And when you're reading a page that has your name and your company name on it, and it's happened dynamically, and it's the same page and it's different for this person, that's a custom experience. It doesn't cost me anything to do that. 5 minutes to set it up. It means the world to you. It means the world for your returning customers, so you're reactivating your database. Right? Welcome back, Jan. You know they got 3 kids? How's David and Jan? Yeah. That's what you can do. And people right now, they're not expecting it. But when they see it, it becomes an undeniable experience.
Yeah.
Good question. How is your, I'll say, accuracy rate with people that are not sitting in companies with more than, I would say, 100 employees, that you cannot really do the lean enhancement with data that is not sitting on LinkedIn or data that is not really available? How is being this accuracy for you?
That data accuracy?
Yeah.
I'm saying in regards to
To that lead specifically, it works for us,
Mhm.
not for us, but for some things that we're doing works really, really, really well.
Okay.
Of 100 employees, if you get someone that is working for a company that it's, we consider probably mid-market up, but for anyone below that threshold, the data is not that good. It's like really, like, you might have the name, you might have probably 1 or 2 more attributes that you're gonna look at, but the data was really, really bad.
Yeah.
In most of the providers that we're able to find.
Yeah.
How is being your experience?
Baseline, you gotta start a baseline. You can't create something from nothing. You gotta be real with people, right? If you've been putting things on postcards and you're a real estate agent and you're using Rolodex, I'm gonna have to get this into a system where I can analyze first, right? So when you have companies that are small and have data all over the place, for me, I'm not looking at AI. You and I were talking earlier, you're like, a marketing agency wants $10,000 to do X, Y, Z. If I don't have a documented process that is moving a result that I can track via a system, I wouldn't spend money to send anybody through it yet, right? I can't determine the validity of any of that data. I need to be able to track it. Before you can even use AI and automation, all y'all can attest to this. You must document your process, right? You must be able to systemize that process, delegate that process, and then automate whatever's left over, right? Or you can automate and delegate. Some people like to switch it. It's totally up to you. But if I don't know my process, if you don't have your, that's why I like using these cards. I have every customer write them down because sometimes I'm looking at the cards, I'm like, you have 19 cards. And people don't see it until you visually see it. Like, yeah, I have 19 cards, and right here, if they don't sign, I have to hunt them down. And then right here, if they don't do this, I have to do this, this, and that. I'm like, why? You have an automation here, a reminder, an automation here, a reminder, or workflow here, and if none of this happens, you have a backup workflow. Now you step back and you watch it run. And you analyze customer journeys. Customer journey is when they come in to when they pay. That's the first one. How do I get people from getting from my site to giving me their money and trusting me to do their business, with their business, right? And automating those. The just-in-time promotions and campaigns are great. They're really easy to do. You should also be working on and have some type of booking bot. Here's my man, I said bot, he looked up. Bot. So we have the ability, and everyone has the ability to build bots. What is a bot? You ask a question, I give you an answer, right? He's like, that's not it. Don't simplify it that way. He's like, you're killing me, man. But the questions and the answers, the more answers you have, the better the bot can be. With AI, it's able to then go in and actually create and develop those answers based off of a preset of data. So it can analyze my products, my services, my descriptions, my features, and answer questions, right? It can look at my customer's journey and it can tell them, recommend what they should buy next or what they should be automating next. It can look at their ads and say what images you should be changing. So there's some things in there. A booking bot is so amazing because what you can do is with database reactivation, you send one text message. One. And when they start to engage with that text message, the booking bot's goal is to have a pre-conversation and then move them into a booking conversation.
And the booking bot does it through text, through
It does it
SMS?
through text messages. It does it through Instagram. It does it through LinkedIn. It does it through
What's that?
the booking bot. Facebook Messenger. Thank you. And I think we have LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And we have it linked to comment to post. So I'll post content, helpful content, somebody will reply. My system will read the reply on Instagram, reply back to them automatically using AI, right? And then now that person is in my system as a conversation. Not an opportunity, a conversation. And I'm able to converse with them back and forth manually, or they can go through our booking bot. Again, the goal of that conversation is to book an appointment. So I'm posting content about Instagram marketing using AI. Somebody's like, oh, that's really cool. My bot will say, yeah, it is cool. What are you using like this? They'll start to comment, and now they're engaged in a conversation. After 3 questions, if it's 3 positive intent answers, then it switches modes into booking an actual call. And it's having a fluid conversation. Not, hey, want to book a call? Want to book a call? It's having a conversation. So we have 3 positive intentions that gives us the ability to say, yeah, let's move forward. So these are the type of things. It may sound like mad science, but it's really, hey, how's it going today? It's going good. Are you using AI to build your business? Yeah, I've been using it. How's it working for you? It's been working great. What's not working for you? Well, I'm having trouble setting up an automation to get leads from Instagram over to my CRM. Really? Did you know you could do this? No, I didn't. Well, we'd love to help you with it. Are you open next week? That's all the booking bots. And when you look at it, you're like, is this a real conversation? Yes, it is, because the answers have been generated by myself through a repository, or yourself. They're not voicemail type answers. Hi, this is Jamaul. Thank you for calling ReplyHawk. They're like, hey, what's going on? Or yeah, or I'll start a sentence with the lowercase y. Right? But I'm a human. And they need to know that and feel that. What's the difference between a robot and a human via text message? How do you know? See, I don't know either. I don't know either. Nobody knows. You know how you can tell? The one way you can tell? By the rigidness of their conversation. Right? So you probably know the best bots are fluid. Sometimes I've actually put messages on my bot that say sent from my iPhone at the very bottom. Why do you do that? Because when you're on your iPhone and you send a message back, that's what it says when you write an email back. That's the default reply. And it makes it seem like you wrote it. Because a bot's not going to your email and writing it from your iPhone, right? That simple trick makes people feel so good. Sent from my iPhone. That's it. That's it. One-liner. Okay? So these are easy wins for you. Where are we at on time? Just to make sure, Fernando, I'm going to check in with you.
Yeah, like 20
We're good, it's 7:32.
All right, I'm going to stop yabbing so much. I got a lot of stuff, and I don't want to throw a bunch of pain at you, but I do want to open the floor to answer any technical questions and automation questions. Yeah.
For your platform, how big is the uplift on the setting up the templates, the sequences, etc.? Like, have you guys integrated AI just in the conversational piece to humanize the engagements, or have you integrated AI to also help with the building of the templates and this might be the wrong technical term, but like when you're using merge tags for the for the content that changes based on the names, etc.
Man, you know what? I'm going to take you to dinner because you're talking my language, right? I'm telling you. Yes, yes, and yes. So we customize using merge tags, custom fields. You can create unlimited custom fields. Any custom field you want, you can create. That custom field data can be used as a custom value anywhere within the system.
Right.
And it also can be used in any conversational AI to create subsequential steps and things like that. It doesn't build a workflow for you. You always determine the trigger, you determine the parameters, the if not the conditions.
Yeah.
But you're able to go in there and create the database of questions and answers, and also use spin tags, right?
Right.
So your hey can turn into hi, hello, how's it going, different things like that. So you have millions of combinations. It's just like building a bot, but the difference is this is all worked into every piece of your customer journey. This can be applied from the lead on your page into the payments and invoices.
And you guys host the landing pages as well?
Yeah. We have hosting, funnels, websites, memberships, courses. I mean, we've been building on it for a while.
Yeah.
It's pretty solid. I like it, but it has a lot. So when people come in, the biggest thing is onboarding.
Yeah.
That you have just what you need. But because of AI, when you purchase, our menu customizes based on what you want, the features you want.
Right.
Oh, there you go.
In the text conversation that you were just mentioning, how do they actually get to the appointment?
To the actual appointment itself.
Yeah.
The system is looking at the calendar. So we have a calendar, look into the system and an appointment calendar. It's linked and synced to your Google Calendar or your Outlook. And the conversational bot will go to your calendar and it'll ask you what day is good for you. You'll say Wednesday, or you have a Wednesday at 6. It'll go to the calendar and look at that day, and if the spot's available, it'll say yes. If you don't present a time, it'll go to the next available day that you said, and present you 3 times.
So it has the alternative option.
Yeah.
Like,
All you say is good, yes, whatever your intent is positive, and then it looks it, sends you a confirmation, you get an email, it gets added to your Gmail calendar or Outlook.
you know, the two things like, are you still there? Or, you know.
Yeah, we have a timeout feature. So one of the things that I like to do is I will add a wait for 3 minutes, or wait for 30 minutes, or wait for 24 hours. And I'll just do a bump. Sometimes I'll do a finger pointing up, sometimes I'll just do like ... or I'll put it, just whatever. I'm available. My customers, I like to just re-engage them, anything to get them back to respond. And once they respond, then I'm back in their conversation. Hey, yeah, that was funny. So, are you coming in tomorrow?
Yeah.
And so that works.
Okay.
Do you also have AI tools to help maintain the cleanliness of the database?
Yes, we have list verification, phone verification, email validation.
Well, what about if you, and ours is like a unique case, but we have a lot of data that needs to be cleaned up. Currently, a lot of it is in Excel, and then the other half is in HubSpot currently. But ideally, and we've read a bunch about this, where there are certain AI tools that can help you clean that before you essentially upload this huge list.
So when you mean clean, you mean like check the validity of the, what's your definition of clean?
So
Incorrectly formatted fields, such as like...
And duplicates.
And duplicates.
And yeah, I mean, outdated information, emails that aren't valid anymore, things like that.
So there's a couple things. Here's what I would do. I would upload the list. When we upload it, we do email validation. Right? So one thing it's going to do is see if it's a valid email. If it gets a bounce back or a ping as it's uploading, it's not going to upload it, right? It'll put it off to the side. Yeah, it'll check it as it's doing an upload, right? It also checks on the first send. Because we have our own mail server, we go through mailroom, so we provide all the email. Our reputation is very important. So email validation, email checking before we send. We have very extensive do not reply, do not disturb. If they reply back with a negative intent to a campaign email, it automatically DNDs their emails. Just automatically. We don't play around with it because we're not trying to get marked as spam. If you send a text message and they reply stop, DND. If they reply on Facebook, Instagram, anywhere, DND. During the upload though, what the system will do is it'll check for duplicates. It'll say 1,000 leads or 1,000 customers, 48 duplicates. Our system will not accept duplicates through any area. If you have the same email, it doesn't matter what the name is. It's not going to work. Right? If you have the same name, it will do the same email, but it will put an asterisk by it for you to confirm. And it'll show you those. We don't want to duplicate that. We don't want people getting your campaign twice and flagging us as spam. It hurts everybody sometimes, right? So we're very protective, but we do also give you your own dedicated mail server, and we watch your email quality score.
How is your system different than, say, an active campaign, a HubSpot, a Salesforce integration?
Absolutely.
All those other things that
Good one.
have been doing, Eloqua have been doing.
Well, all of those tools, right, are standalone that connect to their other partners. They may have a CRM. Active Campaign is a good one, right? Active Campaign has a lot of different features in it. We have the entire process from start to finish. We have the landing page, the email, the hosting. Imagine it, I think of it like Apple. Okay? Since we've created this environment where we can do all of the automations, all of the email, all of the landing pages, all of the text messages.
I can do that in Active Campaign.
Absolutely, right? And then there's the other parts. I love people like you, I love people like you, right? The difference is, let me ask you this then. What other tools are you using outside of ActiveCampaign?
Well, I've used ActiveCampaign, I've used Eloquent, I've used Salesforce integration, Pardot, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you don't have to use Salesforce anymore. You have your own pipelines, you have your own payments, invoices, it connects to QuickBooks. Transactions are happening, and you can automate those transactions based off that. So one thing about it is, it becomes the central hub for your business. We call it ReplyHawk because we know every interaction that your customers do within your ecosphere. Not we, you do. And by doing that, it gives you greater control. I don't have to connect to a third-party system for that. I don't have to connect to WordPress then connect to ConvertKit, to connect to my podcast, to connect to I can see all of that. And when I can see all of that, I can make better business decisions. And what's really important is the cost. The cost. You charge per contact, so ridiculous. So ridiculous. I told you I wouldn't sell it, man, but you put me in a corner. All right, I know. I appreciate it. No, look, for ReplyHawk's $197. I'm just telling everybody this, right? This is not on the script. It's $197, unlimited contacts, unlimited emails, unlimited text messages, unlimited websites, unlimited video hosting, courses, memberships. We don't care how much you use. That's not there. We have the service to support that. I'm sorry? $197 a month. A month. Some active campaigns are $297 for 10,000 contacts, or ConvertKit's like $300 for whatever, 200 emails, whatever it is. That's not my business, how many emails you send. I want you to send good emails, right? So we don't look at your contacts, we don't look at your list size, we don't look at how many clients or how many, that's up to you. So we provide a business line for you. So that's something that's included. So that's how we do our text messages, which is ran through Twilio. Our emails through Mailgun. We're all dedicated IP. We've been doing this for 4 years, right? And people, it just runs. The reason why I like it is because everything's in one spot. The cost savings are ridiculous, right? Chat bots, you're talking about those. There's people that are paying $200 just for bots, right? So
like with Drift or something?
What's that again?
Like with Drift or something like that?
Drift, I've seen people using Twalk or Talk, or I don't know, they're so weird, there's so many of them, right? But they all do the same thing. Click a button, talk with someone, set of responses. So yeah, there's a lot of differences in it, and where most of my customers come from are ActiveCampaign and ConvertKit, right? It doesn't make any sense to have to.
Well, ActiveCampaign, because now they're owned by somebody else.
And Zapier. I have small businesses, that use 50,000 tasks a month through Zapier and have multiple team members, and they're paying $750 a month for Zapier, just for Zapier.
They get really expensive really fast.
When I find those customers, I say, look, you can continue paying for Zapier. You can take the $200 from ReplyHawk that you're using. That leaves you $500 extra that you have over here, and let's roll that into marketing. Let's just roll it into marketing. It's already there. Right? Or create a system, or hire me to build it for you, or something. But that's what I look at. People pay a lot. I was there. My company is website design. That's where I started. And then from there, we went into business process automations, SOPs, and workflows. Now we're into data optimization and automations and AI. But it's expensive. So if you're spending more than $500 a month on tools, and you still have to contact Larry for support, wait on Tim via chat for this one and this tool and that tool, and you're losing money running ads and have a business, I'm in Austin. You can come put your hands on me. Right? Finley, right? So that's the other thing. So we're here. We're here.
Do you have an affiliate program?
Any sorry?
Affiliate program?
Yes, we have. Actually, what's nice about our tool is we white label it. So you can use it, you can put your logo on it, you can offer it to your clients as your own solution, they'll log in and see your logo, or you can offer it to them. My clients like seeing their logo. So they use my domain to log in, but when they go in, it's their colors, their logo, it feels like their software. Again, custom experiences. You don't let go of things that are yours, right? And once you have something that feels like yours, works the way you want it, and you set it up, you don't leave it. You just stick with it. And so that's what we try to do. Our onboarding is amazing.
So Jamaul, just to summarize, the three points, the three automations that you were talking about was reactivate your database, just-in-time promotions, and the booking bots, right?
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Booking bots can also be used for review bots, can also be used for referral bots. They're all the same thing. It depends on what question you ask to start the bot.
The affiliate program, do you have to be a customer? Or-
No, we don't want that way either. If you want to be an affiliate, you can be an affiliate, you can sell it. We pay 50% in our affiliate programs.
How do I get started with
ReplyHawk/affiliates.
Reply Box?
ReplyHawk/affiliates.
HOHA
Hawk.
Hawk.
Hawk. You almost got me to do the noise, man. Do the noise. Don't do the noise. I'm like, I'm doing the noise, so I'm doing it now. But yeah, anyone can be an affiliate.
ReplyHawk.com/affiliate.
Yeah.
You touched on something earlier that made me think about like predictive analytics. Like, what are some of the predictive capabilities that you do?
Not a lot.
No, okay.
Yeah, we don't have any predictive capabilities within there. We do have the ability, we track and analyze your Facebook ads and Google ads, which are also in ReplyHawk because we're looking at clicks, so we can see that. You can see your forecast.
Okay.
You can see sales velocity, right? You can see lead conversion forecasting.
Right.
We can see that. I would be amiss if I said we can predict actions,
Yeah,
in that sense. But what I can do is we can analyze past actions, and we can give you future forecasting.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what I was aiming at, right?
Yeah, I mean, when you log in, you know how many sales are in your pipeline, how many leads, what their value are,
Right.
what the conversion rate currently is, and what that lead value would be if they convert it. You also see what stage they are in your funnel,
Right.
and your appointments and contacts, things like that. So that snapshot gives you a quick overview of your business of where things are at. And then every day you get a report of lead conversions and things like that. So,
So I manage social media for a living, so this would be something that would completely replace a lot of things that I contract out. How is it that you guys are able to go into the social media platforms and send messages to people? Because would that not flag anything in these systems?
it's cool. We have a social media planner and poster that connects with all those tools. So we do reply commenting, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Google My Business, Facebook Messenger, and we also do conversation connecting. So
Do you track what somebody's looking at on your profile if you go to a website? Because they would have different...
I don't have heat
systems.
maps in that sense. Our connectivity to what we have very limited on what we can do is basically we can reply to comments. We can do Facebook and Instagram reels we rolled out last week. So now we can create reels and schedule and post those inside those. But comment replies, DM replies, and then any campaigns you do. So if you run a Facebook or a TikTok ad campaign or Instagram campaign, any of those are tracked in our back office. But because we already have the comment and reply feature, when people comment on those, especially when you do a comment yes to download this now, which we've done that before many times, right? When people hit yes, now you're able to reply back, they come into your conversations, and now we have an automation that says, send Instagram message with download link, right? So now they get the link, they click it, they go to a landing page, right? It doesn't get their Instagram email or whatever, so I put that in, but now we got a link to download a free PDF that shows them how to set up a simple automation checklist, right? So that's how we're building leads, and now we're nurturing and we're showing up where they are. So yeah, we do, you can schedule, create, post, assign, approve, delegate, and from that point, if you have multiple managers, you can have admins, multiple clients, and unlimited team members. So you just put as many people in there as you want and assign them role specifics like approver, editor, things like that. And then they can manage the entire account. You can also upload CSV. So if you have a spreadsheet full of stuff that's been created already, you can upload it and it'll pre-format it and give you previews for all 5. I do social media grouping. So I will group Facebook or Instagram and TikTok together for Reels, or my personal Facebook profile with my actual Facebook page and then my actual group. I'll link those together so I can quickly go in there and put content to specific people, right? Because I have multiple groups and niches. So I'll do that. And so my schedule allows me to go in and do those bundled together, and it pre-formats it for those networks. So I don't have to create the tall image from, you know what I'm saying? Or create the 1x1 image video instead of the 16x9, which we're using on TikTok instead of, so it does that for us. So that's pretty cool. Some people are like, But that was for her. That was for you. So you knew what that was, right? Okay, awesome. Besides that, I mean, my challenge to you is, for me, I love automations. I love AI. Let's get past the blog writing, the content stuff, which is great. It's going to help us, right? But like, let's start to really dive in and say, how can I make this experience better? How can I make it better for my customers? How can I shorten it? How can I shorten this journey from lead to customer? How can I optimize this experience? And what can I do right now? What simple thing can I do that's automated, that's going to free up my day and win me more customers and business? Any other questions? I saw your hand up.
Yes.
Thank you for waiting.
So my question is, first of all, I apologize for being late. My question is trying to understand specifically what type of large language models you guys are using.
No, you lost me there.
LLMs. So specifically, like what platform, like how are you guys focusing your data for AI? It's like OpenAI based?
No, we're not. So right now, that's a good question too. And I think that's something that I probably don't have the answer to, because I don't deal with that on the back end. On the front end of that, the best way that I can explain it to you would be Bard, same model as Siri and Google.
Yeah.
Those language models have been open for companies to use. We've been using those, right? And we've been piggybacking off of that. All of our data is based off of Google. So our platforms, our algorithms, our AI is all going to Google language models in that sense, right? That's probably about as far as I can go with it, and that's just being honest on that.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. That's nice.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I know. If I don't know it, I'll call, but I'm going to fluff you through it. I don't know that. All right. Man, y'all look like y'all just had a tech soup hamburger. I love it. I love it. It's a lot of deep stuff. It's not the lightest material, but it is the most helpful, I
I
think.
like deep stuff.
Appreciate it.
And what I love about this, Jamaul, is you're essentially using your own data.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
what I mean.
it's like the original name that I had for your talk before was how to dig the gold out of what you already have, or how to find the gold in your database. Because it's like I think so many people are so focused on trying to get new clients, whereas what they can do is optimize what their client base, their database, like reactivating their database.
Yeah, you
So
know,
who thinks about that?
I'll leave it like this. The reason why we've been blessed and the reason why I don't do a lot of marketing is because we are really good at creating relationships. When everybody can choose, when every one of us are replaceable, it comes down to the experience.
Right.
That's what it boils down to. And I knew that coming into the game, right? It doesn't matter if you're type A, type B, in methodology, or competitive, or it doesn't matter what personality type you are. At the end of the day, everyone wants to be valued.
Right.
And the problem is online is it becomes very cold and transactional.
Right.
And the companies who have found ways to make it more personable, even for that person who is not personable, who doesn't like people,
Yeah.
still likes seeing his name on his Chase account when he logs in.
Right.
This is part of it. So we want to play to the comforts that allow us to build relationships online and really move people. I truly believe that if you found 100 customers in the next course of your business, if you were to turn just 10 of them into true loyal fans, I honestly believe that'd be all the business you need. They would provide enough for you. The problem is most people don't believe that, to go all in and do it. Really. So
Perfect.
I appreciate you. Thanks for having
Yeah,
me.
thank you so
Sorry,
much.
just a question on the other tools that it replaces. Does it also replace social media schedulers like the Blackbird?
Yes. Doesn't take, so Blackbird, Sprout, they're gone. Right? Salesforce, that's gone.
Hype Fury.
It's gone.
Hype Fury.
Hype Fury's gone.
HubSpot?
HubSpot's gone. ConvertKit's gone. HostGator's gone. WordPress is gone. ClickFunnels is
Oh, but I
gone.
love WordPress.
I love WordPress. We have a payment processor, invoicing. We do invoicing as well. Subscription management, that's included. Courses are there, so you don't need like a Buddy Boss or an LMS. That's built into it.
Ooh, okay.
Membership management is built into it. We have memberships. We just launched Communities, which is our circle.
Uh-huh.
All of our.
I was going to say, sir. I was gonna
Circle,
say so.
yeah, I've seen Circle, where you have the learners, the courses, we have now communities that we've created, so you can create a community for your people and grant access based on that.
And you can actually create all of the content within,
Within,
and then also utilize the automations.
absolutely, yeah, absolutely. So we have content writers, conversation writers, we have all the actions you would use for Zapier connecting. I think Zapier is probably like the entry level. You've ever heard of Paddly or Integromat? We're more on that level. We just have more openness to do a lot of things. But yeah, I think the biggest thing is we tell people that come over who have existing systems, like for the first 90 days, you're in there learning, you're getting set up. A lot of times we do a delayed program where we say, look, you don't charge anything, you come in, you get set up, you get in, we work, we build a relationship, we get you transferred, you see how it works. You'll pay the 3 months at the end of that 3 months, right? So you'll pay the $600 at the end of that 3 months and continue. It allows us to put skin in the game, but it also allows you to get invested. I can tell you all day about Reply Live. Until you go create a post and do data, that's when you fall in love with it. Like once you log in, that's the difference, right? Coupled with the onboarding and the customer service. So it makes a big difference, it really does. We have about 15 people who work here in Austin who support our customers. And we have 2 that are in India, so we have support 24/7. We do have priority customers that have different levels of support, but there's always somebody to answer a text message or a Facebook message 24/7. So you're never just down without someone knowing about it. Well, thank y'all for...
Don't leave.
We'll clap though. We're so excited. What a great presentation.
Thank you.
It was amazing.
Appreciate
So,
it.
Was there one more question though?
I think I did. I saw a hand go up and I wanted to make sure. He's like, all right, thanks
Okay.
man. Appreciate it.
Jamal, we want to do something special right here. We're starting a tradition where we're doing a selfie with you in the crowd.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet, we'll do that.
Everybody,
Okay, so...
Everybody,
Jamal, you're
we
gonna.
may have to
I don't know how
take
we're
a
gonna do
couple.
this.
Y'all didn't see this, all right?
You see if I can.
Or if I hold it, then it's gonna...
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna be...
Yeah, why don't you- Yeah.
There we go. We'll put
Yeah,
it...
you hold it. Get me in there too.
How about you get over here so that way we can get everyone? All right.
All right, everybody smile.
I like that.
Take 3. Yeah.
I love it.
Perfect, you're the best.
Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Well,
Awesome.
thank you so much, Jamal, for coming. Let's hear it. A round of applause for Jamaul Finley. And they can find you at replyhawk.com.
Yeah, replyhawk.com, Facebook, Messenger. One thing you guys are going to know, I'll tell you right now. If you go to my social stuff, you're not going to see anything about business or marketing. Okay? So you're going to see my personal life. That's what's supposed to be there. Send me a message. Send me a message and I'll respond to you. Or go to ReplyHawk and fill out a form if you want to be formal about it. Right? So my LinkedIn and my Facebook blew up and I got a little anxiety and I was like, they're not seeing what they came here to see on this page. So I just want to let you know I treat that stuff like it's personal, it's not business. So. All right.
All right.
Appreciate
Thank you
it.
so much for coming. And I wanted to thank everybody here. We can stay here till 8:30 if you all want to. The next meetup is Wednesday, the 6th of September
Yes.
with Tina Schweiger. And feel free to, I don't know, is there any more refreshments? I think I underestimated what we had to bring over here. Okay, perfect.
Y'all are awesome, and I really appreciate you having me out.
Yeah. I haven't listened to them.
Oh, good. You got what's up? Good.
Nice to meet you. If you see it, let's talk.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. These are more expensive. We use, at the company that I'm working for, we use Pardot. Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, that's the thing. They're all, there's not because every company's got it's never going to. Where do you work? Or do you have your own side?
since we designed for this just
We should probably, at least, figure out a way to like, yeah, do something. Oh, I wish I could. You got it. I think it's a bundle of it. I got a good way for the next one.
Really?
Yeah, you go to search.